The Children's Bible. Selections from the Old and New Testament translated and arranged by Henry A. Sherman and Charles Forrest Kent. God's good gifts to man. And at the time when Jehovah made the earth and heaven, no trees or plants grew on the earth, for Jehovah had not yet sent the rain, and there was no man to till the soil, but a mist rose from the earth and watered the ground. Then Jehovah made man out of dust taken from the ground, and breathed into him the breath of life, and man became a living being. And Jehovah planted a garden in Eden far in the east, and out of the ground he made grow all kinds of trees that are pleasant to look at and good for food, also the tree of life, and the tree that gives the knowledge of good and evil. Then Jehovah took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to till it and care for it. And Jehovah gave the man this command: "You may eat all you wish from every tree of the garden except from the tree that gives the knowledge of good and evil. From this you shall not eat, for if you eat from it, you shall surely die." Then Jehovah said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a companion for him." So out of the ground Jehovah made all of the wild beasts and birds, and brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever he called each living thing, that became its name. For the man himself there was found no companion suited to him. Then Jehovah made the man fall into a deep sleep. And while he slept, he took one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. The rib which he had taken from the man, Jehovah made into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, "Because she was made from my body, she will be called woman." The First Disobedience. Now the serpent was more deceitful than any other animal that Jehovah had made, and it said to the woman, "Has God really said, 'You shall not eat from any tree of the garden'?" The woman answered, "We may eat of the fruit of all the trees of the garden except the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden. For God has said, 'You shall not eat from it, nor shall you touch it, for if you do, you shall die.'" Then the serpent said to the woman, "You shall not surely die, for God knows that as soon as you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will know what is good and what is evil." When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, beautiful to look at, and that it would make her wise, she took some of its fruit and ate it. Then she took some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, so that they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made girdles for themselves. When they heard the sound of footsteps of Jehovah, as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, the man and his wife hid from him among the trees of the garden. And Jehovah called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" And he answered, "I heard the sound of thy footsteps in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, so I hid myself." Jehovah said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I forbade you to eat?" The man answered, "The woman whom thou didst give to me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate." Jehovah said to the woman, "What is this that you have done?" The woman replied, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." Then Jehovah said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you shall be hated more than all beasts. You shall crawl on your belly and eat dust all your life, and men and serpents shall always be enemies. They shall bruise your head, and you shall wound them on the heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your trouble and your pain, and you shall be subject to your husband, and he shall rule over you." But to the man he said, "Because you have listened to your wife and have eaten of the tree from which I forbade you to eat, as long as you live you shall earn a living only by hard work. By hard work you shall raise food to eat, and you shall die, and your body go back to the ground. For from dust you were made, and to dust you shall return." And Jehovah made garments of skins for the man and his wife, and clothed them. and he sent them out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground.